and with the professors, and then taking his idea forward for commercialization. So I want all such organizations like you to be part of these initiatives. Whenever you find that you can fund this, then you please do.
Yes, so I think there will be wherever there is a see for investors, an entrepreneur or a startup is a customer. So much like any other person, we will jump at the customer if there is. I think what Vikram is also suggesting is that today the approach is about let us take the company to a certain level and then let us figure out what happens uske baad kya hota hai. And the approach with Vikram say if you find something that seems right, take it to your partner, expose it to them right now and say, does this look interesting? And where would you want us, what would you want us to do? Because you may be progressing in another direction and the investor would say, I would have been interested provided you had worked on it. So connect with the industry earlier and therefore to be able to do that, it may not be possible to sort of have only one definition. But if you say, okay, here are 6 different kinds of partners, investors, accelerators, and this group of investors who is looking for these kind of things, that intelligence will be able to then sort of provide. It will also give a very specific direction to the mentor in terms of what do I have to do with this company. Take it forward. Thank you.
No, basically we were working on that. If suppose I can create a baby fund with you and something like that, the government gives 20% and
Yes.
80% is by you, and especially for ICT one can say.
Yes.
TCOE may be one of them for funding.
Mr. Prajakt is not only saying that, he says one more. He says, let us say I have got an application today. Let us say X, startup X. He says you bounce it off to the whole community at the first stage itself, so that each one of us will start looking at it.
Yes, sir, that will be big.
Am I right?
Part of it.
Exactly. That's the point.
There will be so many and we will compete. Yeah. So I think now I request even that's your turn. Yeah.
So before I talk about what I do, let me talk about why I'm doing what I do. So my name is Prajakt Raut. I am the founder of a company called Applied Fire. My personal mission in life is to be able to encourage and assist 100,000 people to be entrepreneurs in my lifetime. That's my mission in life. Now, I do believe that the existing entrepreneurial ecosystem, we have a tremendous opportunity to increase it manifold. I mean, the current numbers, what's the current number? How many companies are getting funded this year? 1,500 to 2,000?
$3.8 billion. $3.8 billion so far.
Yeah, but even in terms of number of companies, about 1,000 odd companies getting funded, it's a rounding of error in the potential that we have. So what we have created is a platform where this needs to be increased quite substantially. So we create a scorecard for the startup. It's almost like a GMAT score. We evaluate the startup on various parameters so that it's possible for an investor or somebody to look at it and say, is this worth investing in? That's in simple words, that's what we do.
Thanks.
I just wanted to, sir, with your permission, add one. Do we get a chance to say this is the current focus of the country, wherein these are the verticals that we have in which we would like to put in our money for a term period?
Yeah, so if you look at it from a evaluation point, all different kinds of people will have different evaluation parameters. It's like if you think of it like a GMAT score, nobody gives you an admission on the basis of the GMAT score. All you're saying is out of the 1,000 applications that had come in, these are the 30 that I really want to look at it seriously. And that's what we at Apply for, that's all we want to do. We want to say that on the various parameters that people will be assessing startups on, this is where they stand. We are not saying that you take him or you take him in terms. So we are not passing.
You are giving a CIBIL score.
Exactly. A CIBIL score on the
Fundability or lender. CIBIL is for lendability. You are doing fundability.
So, if you think about what the reason, if you think of how we believe this will build in efficiency, Vikram is saying that in about a year or so, they've looked at about 7,000-8,000 applications that have come in. Now, the point is that Anirudh is also looking at 5,000 of them, and Fiverr is also looking at some of them. The investor is spending time, the entrepreneur is spending time, and what we want to do is we want to be a neutral party which gives you a assessment, and then you take on the basis of that. Anirudh may say my parameters are these, so okay, here are some companies that look at it. Vikram will say that here are some companies that sort of I like.
How much you charge?
So our model is different. For the startups, we don't want to charge. We want to make it free for the startups to get the score. And our model will be to then work with the accelerators, incubators, almost like a sourcing partner. So think of us as a high quality recruitment agent for accelerators, investors, etc., where they will be able to look at our report card and say, okay, I don't.
I'd like to add something very experienced part of it. So we have been using extensively ApplyFi, and we have funded one of them from the ApplyFi. Very interesting experience we had. I don't know whether you have experienced that or not. So while we were reviewing someone from the ApplyFi, at the same time some other investor was reviewing that. What eventually happened, the entrepreneur got 2 investors, me and someone more, right? Multiplying by 3 times of the capital we can put in. That's the excess of the capital, the power of ApplyFi.
Well, the intention is about saying that see today, why are we doing 500, 700, 1,000, maybe 1,200 transactions in a year? Is because the process is manual. You have to go to an Indian Angel network. Once in a month, people will meet. एक दिन में कितना देखेंगे? 4-5 देखेंगे. Out of those 5, you select 1. So 10-12 transactions in a year. If they build in a little more efficiency, it will go to 12. But as a country, if you consider US funds about 60, depending on what reports you look at, 50 to 60,000 startups in a year in our country. Now with all of this euphoria, we are able to barely go to a 1,000. The point is that we need a lot more investors as well. My view, we need about 20-25,000 angel investors in the country, but not everybody won't be able to write 1 crore rupees. We need the capability to get senior professionals, modestly successful entrepreneurs to write checks of 5 lakh rupees, so that we can. Today in the country, it is very, very difficult to find funding for smaller ticket sizes, 5 lakhs, 50 lakhs to a crore. Very difficult. Why? Because none of the angel group investors want to write smaller checks and sign 60 pages of shareholder agreements 3 times. But assistant vice president or senior vice president working at IBM, he will say, okay, I like this company, I like to put 5 lakh rupees. He's looking. Now for those kind of people, so people like Anirudh and Vikram, they'll look at 2 lines of a presentation and they'll smell whether this is good or not. But newer investors will need
Support.
the
Market making.
market making and
No, thank you. I request Mr. Anirudh this.
So you give ratings, AAA rating, like that.
we
Similar to
we don't give a final score. What we do is on various parameters like size of the market opportunity, the quality of the team. Quality is not just in terms of is the team good, it's split into. So there are 36 different parameters: valuation, exit potential, and so on and so forth. On the basis of which we give red, green, and orange indicators of the company. The reason I can't give a final rating is because his parameters will be different and his parameters will be different. So the same company would be looking, he will say, okay, the team is slightly weak, but the product is good and they are demonstrated in the market, I'll take it. And he will say, the product is good, but team is not weak, I don't have the time to sort of mentor them, I need something else. Both of them are right in their own way.
So Mr. Anirudh.
So